What's going on, guys? Intech here, and welcome back to Unturned. Now, if you're like me, you like to build by military loot. You like military loot. And so you might build your base right by military loot. Now, if you do that, let's say you build here or over at the military compound or somewhere else. If you build close to military loot, you're going to have military-grade zombies coming at you. And they're pretty tough. They can be pretty tough, especially if you don't have a lot of ammo. Maybe you don't have a katana or something like that. You might have them constantly coming at you. So if they are constantly rushing you and trying to attack your base or whatever, you can actually make some traps, some home defense to build up and put around that they will walk into and get damaged by it. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to make all of these various kinds of traps and defense equipment. Alright, so first and foremost, probably the simplest thing, is we're going to make some Caltrops. And to do that, you just need some nails. And you essentially just get 2 nails and you make 1 Caltrop. And you can put this down. And this is kind of like a anti-personnel little spiky trap. Don't step on it. You can bleed out if you get damaged by it enough. So these essentially don't have as much, if you want to say HP or durability, as what some of the bigger traps are. So these will get worn out pretty quick, but you know, they're pretty easy to make. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you how to make is a wooden shield, and to do that you need some boards and some nails. So you get a wooden shield, and that's 3 boards and 1 nail to make a wooden shield. So if you take this wooden shield, let's see, I didn't actually craft it. You can take this wooden shield and you can actually use this kind of as a barricade, plank barricade for cover. So just as that said. So if you maybe want to barricade up a window or something like that, you can put this down, you can crouch behind it, you know, you can get your gun out, light some people up. So that's what a wooden shield is. It's a nice barricade. Alright, so next up I'm going to show you how to make some wooden spike traps, which are these things right here. And to do that, what you need are wooden spikes. But to get wooden spikes, you need to do some crafting first. So you take your sticks, and for every 2 sticks you'll get 1 wooden spike, I believe. If you ever find a pocket knife, take it, because it's actually worth taking, because you can use that to essentially sharpen the tips to make wooden spikes. So you take those, make 4 of them, put those in, take your pocket knife out, and you make some wooden spike traps. So there you go. So now if you take your wooden spikes, you can equip them and you can place them down. I'm going to place them right here because they seem to love to come to this spot. So that's how you make wooden spike traps. Alright, so next thing I'm going to show you is how to make a wooden shutter. So I know it's not technically home defense, but if you have a window and you want to open it up and take some shots at a bandit or something real fast and then close it before they can shoot at you, you know, it is essentially home defense in that way. So to do that, you need a wooden frame and some bolts to make a wooden door. And then from that, you take a wooden door and a 1 bolt and you make a wooden shutter. So that's how you make wooden shutters. And then if you had a window, you would essentially just put it in the window, but I don't actually have a window, and I can actually just put it wherever I want. And you can actually still do that. It just kind of glitched out, but if you put it in a window, it would pivot perfectly fine. So that's how you make wooden shutters. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you, since I found some wire, is how to make barbed wire. Now you can find barbed wire just laying around on the ground, or you can make it by simply using 2 wire, and it will make a barbed wire. Now another type of trap that you can find are called snares, and snares can actually be made by using 1 can, so if you find those cans laying around, and 2 scrap metal. So that's what a snare looks like, but it does some pretty awesome stuff if you step on it. There you go. I broke my leg and I'm bleeding out. Can I do it in time? Yes, I can. So that's what snares do, and they're pretty violent stuff if you run into a bandit or something like that. It's definitely worth putting down to keep your base safe, as it can do some serious damage to bandits. So that's what a snare does, and like I said, you can make those by using 1 can and 2 scrap metal. So that's how you make a snare. Alright, so one of the biggest things for making traps is wire. And if you don't have enough wire and you can't seem to find wire, you can actually make wire really easily. You just go, all you have to do is go into your crafting menu, take 1 piece of scrap metal, and put in your handsaw. And you'll get 2 wires per piece of scrap metal. So we're going to go ahead and craft that. I'm going to pick these ones back up because, why is there a potato on the ground? Because I am going to make an electric trap. And to do that, you need 3 scrap metal and 2 wire. Correct? Yeah, 2 wire. I think it should have 1 left. Yep, 2 wire. So we'll put that down there. Alright, so we placed that on a trap, and what you actually need in order to get the electric trap to work is a generator. So when you put down your generator, you can see kind of the radius that you have, right, of everything that's going to work. So we want to put this away from the trap. So let's say that you have a house and you want to hide the generator inside and have this trap outside. You can probably have it work like that. I'm not entirely sure if that will actually work, but that's how you get this to turn out. Now let's trigger some zombies over here. Now the reason why you want to make sure you have this hidden or something like that, here we go, let's watch this. See that? Instant death. The reason why you want to hide this is because they will attack this actually. They'll avoid the trap to attack that. So you need to watch how you do it and make sure that it's well protected. See they're just attacking it already. And it actually doesn't take that much to destroy the generator. So, and it looks like the trap is already destroyed as well. So it looks like we've got our entire usage out of the trap. And, you know, if you put this down, if they put the generator down by a trap and all your other stuff, you know, you can use this for multi-purpose as well. So that's something to keep in mind. So that's how you make an electric trap. Alright, so talking about barbed wire from before, once again, you can make barbed wire with 2 wire. You can take 2 wire, you make 1 barbed wire, and if you get 3 barbed wire, you can actually take the 3 barbed wire and combine them with 2 wooden supports, and you will make yourself a wire fence, a barbed wire fence. Now the cool thing about this is that this is actually really, really effective against all manner of zombies. So let's go ahead and we'll put this right here. I'm just doing this as a demo, guys, so yeah, I know it's not like at my base or whatever, but it's it'll work. Freaking 12 times zoom scope on this thing. Oh, of course they're not gonna hear me because I have my suppressor on. It's this one to come. So even if they get close to this thing, they will wind up dying. See, look at how, I mean, they're not even that close and they're dying. Now I don't know what the durability of this is, but it works pretty well. You can walk close to it without getting hurt. But I mean, they walk like right here, and that thing died. So it's very effective against zombies. Probably not so much against bandits because, you know, obviously bandit could see this from a mile away. But like I said, if you had a electrical trap and you hid that somewhere, that might be a pretty effective trap against some bandits. So that's how you make a wire fence. Pretty sweet. Alright, so I actually found a ton of materials. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make an electric fence. So you take your 3 barbed wire, which are made from your wire, and your 2 supports, you make a barbed wire fence. And from that you add 4 scrap metal, and you get an electric fence. So then take your electric fence and put that down. Turn that on. There it goes. You can see it. Alright, so let's aggro some guys. Let's go. Oh yeah. So I imagine, like I said, that the durability of this is probably better than the regular fence, as this is, you know, has the electrified property of it as well. He's gonna attack my generator. I'm out of ammo. Maybe I'll just leave that there, let it run. The generator over there, I'm gonna go grab that. So yeah guys, that's how you make an electric fence. Alright, so now it's time to show some things that go boom. Now I'm just gonna walk you through these different recipes, as I actually have a couple of these explosives. But in order to make explosives, you need to get raw explosives. So the most you'll need is 3 and 2 duct tape. So 3 raw explosives and 2 duct tape will make a Moab C4. If you have 2 raw explosives and 4 wire, you make a trip mine. And if you have 2 raw explosives and a can, you'll make a landmine. Alright, so like I said, I have several of these. I have C4 and I have a landmine. I've seen a trip mine in action, but I don't have one. And for the demonstration of this video, I'm going to go ahead and make one of those so that you guys can see what they all look like. So 2 raw explosives and 4 wire will make a trip mine. So let's go ahead and let's put down the trip mine first. And we'll set it right here. I'll go ahead and I'll take off my suppressor so that we trigger them. Shoot them in the foot. Alright, here he comes. And then for the sake of the video, I'm going to do something ridiculous. Put down the C4, and I'm going to show you how wide of a blast radius this thing actually has. So, I'm right here, dead. So as you can see, it has a huge blast radius. So guys, that's it for the video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, make sure to click that thumbs up button below, and feel free to subscribe. I actually hit respawn for more Unturned action. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it very helpful. I know I enjoyed making it and blowing myself up. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.